Hey, look at that. All right. How did I hit start on my stream? Look at that. We are live and ready to go. Did I do that? I did that. Close those off. Almost there. Almost there. Over just a little bit. And there we go. That should work. Ta-da! Okay. Good enough for me. We are going to start a new game. Yes. Let's go to World 4. Oops. New game. Let's go to World 4. And let's just start with aggressive. We'll see how well that works for us today. Begin play. All right, and this is our world map. That's water. Where do we want to place our first set of people? What do the other worlds look like? I like this one a lot. We can do this one. That should be fine. What about the other ones? Hey, Wet Knight, how you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. You know, I think we're going to go with World 2, just so we can get started. Yep. Let's check World 5. Why not? Chat didn't break on you this time. Well, that's good. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with World 5 today. Why not? That should be fine. Alrighty. You know, this looks like a good as any place to settle. Maybe we'll settle over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and settle here. So Wet Knight, this is one of my old favorite games. Like, out of all the games I've played. Okay. I was trying to get this game to run in DOSBox, and it was not happy with me. This is D&D Stronghold. Came out in 1993. It's a city monster extermination simulation. And you know what? I think we are going to build here. And you know what, Wet Knight? We can name the first. We can name our Baron after you. Why not? Actually, you know what? We're going to name the first guy after me. We'll name the second king after you. And I'm looking for something with a really high wisdom score because I'm going to be a cleric. You make leaders, and those, see the side here? You make a fighter leader, and you build a castle, and then you attract more fighters. So you want to have a fighter and a thief and a cleric, and maybe an elf and a mage, that type of thing. And then you have basically 5 different civilizations, I guess, all struggling against the entire world. All right, give me a good wisdom score and something above a 10 in charisma. And as soon as I make the character, you'll see what I mean. So those are pretty good stats. We'll make a cleric. We're gonna make him chaotic, so we must destroy all enemies. That's fine. And Sphinx is the name. Keep Sphinx, place Sphinx. So this is the way the world works. This is how you interact with your world. And if we go out, we can see the overmap. The red dots mean we have buildings there. The white dots mean we have people there. We can select one of the people and take a look at them. You can see that he has... The music's a bit loud, sorry. We can see that he's loyal to Sphinx. We can see that he's chaotic. Why is the music doing this? Oh, don't tell me the music's broken. No, the music in this game is great. Don't be broken. Alright, well, we'll continue, see if the other ones are broken. If they are, I'm going to try something else. Yeah, the music's still broken. Pretty much, you make... So, we'll see the second cleric march on over here. The sound is loud. Okay. We'll see if that helps. Oh my god. Yeah, the music just didn't set up right. Give me 1 second. Unfortunately, old games being what they are, it's kind of haphazard. We'll go with Sound Blaster, and 7. See if that works. Do we get sound? I have sound. I have music. That would be the music I wanted. Is the sound still too loud, Wet Night? I'm going to turn auto build on, so when they walk into a new area, they place houses. We're going to assign him home. He will never leave this unless I tell him to. And what you do is, so I claimed a couple trees. That will say that the trees belong to Sphinx. They'll start producing food for me and other things. You can go to buildings, and there are a ton of different buildings you can build. The gray ones I can't build yet. For now, we're going to build a house, and we're going to place that right there. He's going to work on building that for us. And we're going to build a farm. Yeah, the music is... there's no volume sliders for me to play with. There's not even an options here. So, but he's going to work on that. All the while, this guy's going to be working on building our first castle. We can have up to 5 other colonies. Or, lords, I guess. And the next one we're going to make will be for you. Now, Wet Knight, do you want to have a fighter, a mage, a thief, a dwarf, a halfling, or an elf? The dwarves are kind of like fighters. They're really good at mining out minerals and getting income that way, but they're really bad at trees. The fighters are fighters. They populate very quickly, and there's two different types of them. One is an archer, and one is a melee guy, and they both spawn randomly. The mage shoots spells. The thief is basically your scout. They stab things that go like that, and they can build mirrors to protect themselves from Medusae. Elves are kind of like mages and archers. They have a bow and they'll sometimes cast magic. They're really, really good with trees, but not very good with minerals. So they can have lots of food, but not as much money. And halflings are excellent farmers. They're kind of like a secondary thief. The reason I built a cleric first is, in my opinion, you always need a cleric. Cleric are your support. They're good at hitting things with their stick. They don't do as much damage as a fighter or a dwarf. But they can cast healing spells or turn undead and kill them instantly. Alright, we'll make you a fighter. We're going to knock down intelligence to boost up strength a little bit. There we go. And you know what? We'll make you a chaotic fighter. And we'll put you right here. Wet Knight the fighter. And immediately, so your castle's right here. They're working on building it. Your first person is an archer. And they will say different things. You know, not everyone agrees what to do about the forest, so there's a tree here. Some want you to claim them, and some want you to chop them up. So we have a different option. We could claim them, we could chop it down and make room for a house, which we're going to do. And over here, there was a rock. We excavated it. You got an iron mine. So that's going to provide you with a lot of income for a little while. Mines eventually peter out. But go ahead and place the plot there. So that will help you get started, actually. So once your castle finishes, you will start recruiting more people. They'll spread out. They'll build. Once we get to a certain point, we'll see some enemies. They have their own strongholds, and they're working on spreading and building. And if I have anyone else that's watching and would like a lord, please let me know. I think we have one other person on the channel. We definitely want either a mage or an elf, but we'll see. Like all D&D games, you re-roll the stats until you get what you want. Man, that would have been a great fighter score. Oh well. Constitution, intelligence. You know what? Let's make this an elf. They need int and strength. Drop down the wisdom there. That's fine. And we'll make it a lawful elf. And this will be Twitch for my wife. There we go. Place an elf there. Elves they can't do melee. They pull out their bow and shoot things, or they'll cast minor spells. But they're really, really good with a tree. So this tree, it will feed 10 people and provide 2 gold over the course of time. Whereas for everyone else, it's one person. It feeds one person and provides 5 gold. Dwarves, it feeds nobody because they're terrible at trees. So we'll also place a house there for the elf. Down here, I'm trying to decide what class I want to put. But I think we're going to put a... I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with the thief and a mage. Sometimes I go... Actually, you know what? We'll go with a halfling and a mage. We'll skip the thief. Halflings are good. Kind of. Halflings can really help you feed your entire population, because they can make up for another lord that's maybe having a bad year. And then the mage, yes, we have elves, but the mage, they're pretty good. They get spells that can just decimate populations of enemies, like fireball and things like that. So this screen is broken up into two different areas. This is where all of the critters walk. So your people, enemies, all that. And in the back are where the buildings and stuff are. So let's just go here. Oh, my castle finished. Nice. This is our stronghold. We can go main castle. It's got 30 out of 30 hit points. The only time things degrade is if you have nobody in the area. So if I were to send this guy that's up front here, wandering into a different area, the castle itself would start to fall apart. Once the castle disappears, you can no longer recruit new people. Wet Knight's still working on his castle. Click on information, so it's creating 2 gold and feeding 10 people. That's good. This guy's still working on his house. You know what? Let's put a halfling here. Halflings, we want higher dex, a bit of strength, and constitution. Like that. We like that. Put the halfling there. We'll put strength. We'll knock down wisdom a couple pegs. And we'll give it 1 extra dexterity. We'll knock down wisdom 1 more. There we go. Make it a neutral. And I tell you what, we'll make it female, and we'll name them Rainy. Place Rainy here, yes. So get the halfling there. I've always loved the halfling music. When I was a kid, I loved this. And we'll put a farm, and we will place a house for the halfling. Still trying to decide what I want for my last person. Could go with a dwarf or could go with a mage. But I think we're going to go with the mage. The mages, they breed slower, but they're pretty strong. The dwarfs, we could place in the... We could place up here, and just, they would earn so much income from all the rocks in the area. But, you know, we'll figure it out. You want to get all 5 going as soon as you can, so they can build their castles and all that fun stuff. One thing I always loved about this game is you can see, like, the other buildings in the distance, so we can see my castle here. That's cool. Hey, our first plot finished. And this triangle here, so this bar here, if I wanted to attract, if I have people ready to go to war and I want to send them to a particular location, I would select this and move them out. This triangle tells them what to focus on. So if we drop this down here, in this particular square right there, they're only going to work on recruiting and training. They're not going to work on building, which is fine because I don't need to build anything else here. And as you can see, a new person walked up. That means they were just recruited. And they walked down here. Immediately started building a house, which is fine. We're going to build a marketplace here. Marketplaces help you with overall financials. You can basically draw money from a global fund if you have a lot of marketplaces, and they help your farm prices. Now, Wet Night over here, you finished your castle and you got your first house. We can't really see it, but it's there. Our elf finished their house. We can go on that, and it's store housing for 2 people, so 2 of these guys. And storage for 15 food. So if we click on this screen, we get a whole bunch of information. We can see we're producing 32 food. We have 6 population. We can house up to 27. You can see that we have 153 food stored out of a total of 405. We have 3 income, and our total gold is 198. We can store up to 3,000 gold. The fund access is the fund with the marketplace, and the common fund is the overall what all colonies can do. Over here we have our stats. These don't affect things too much. I mean, this affects how hard I'm going to hit. This affects how well I'm going to cast spells. Constitution is hit points, and charisma is how quickly I'll attract new people. Down here we have current. I am 72% popular. That means my people are pretty happy. I need 55% total to be promoted. And for city blocks over here, that means how many city blocks I currently have outside of I think that's how many people I have just like hanging outside making houses and stuff. And we can look up this information for all the leaders, but this bottom bit is not there. And like I said, the elves here, they won't start recruiting until after they finish up their capital. All right, so our next person, I think we're going to put the mage up here a bit. So we'll put them, I think, right there. Normally I like to do a symmetry, make it harder for people to get in there. But I don't want to place the mage onto the mountains. Mountains make it really hard to grow. Can we go, we'll place the mage here. We want a high intelligence, an all right charisma, and a good constitution. So we'll do that. That's fine. And we'll drop down wisdom just to get them more intelligent. Our last colonist will be named we'll put Siroth right there. So she's looking forward to the fact that there's a rock right here. We can try and excavate it. Didn't find anything in it. So it just blows up the rock. Gets it out of the way. We'll put a marketplace right there, and we'll put a house over here. There we go. The elf must have finished up their castle. No. Okay, they went ahead and attracted a new person anyway. Cool. Got a rock right here. The elf discovered iron deposits. That's cool. There's a swamp here. You can't do anything with swamps other than immediately fill them in, and that's fine. You've got your first new person, another archer. That's all right. And you can see from here, you started with 300 gold. You've already got 373, and that's because your iron mine is actually working towards helping you out. So we went ahead and built another farm and another marketplace for you. We can't, because of the way the terrain is, we can't see the iron mine right now, but it's there. You can hear it go clankety clank. So the halfling, it provides 1 gold and feeds 10 people for the farm. Whereas if we look at another farm, I believe 1 gold and 7 people. So the halflings have just more food production. They don't eat more of it, they just have more of it. So if they get lots of marketplaces and things like that, they can sell off their food and other lords can buy them. So halfling can be really important if you have dwarves, because dwarves will be hard-pressed to make enough food for themselves. And the early bit of this game is simply managing your base like I'm doing right now. Oh, the elves just finished up their building. You can see it just popped up right there. Early on, you want to focus on building lots of houses, I guess. Hey, Snag, how you doing? It's okay, I haven't been around as much as I'd like either. You know, work. Snag, today we are playing an old favorite game of mine. We are playing a game called Stronghold. It's a D&D simulator, basically. Alright, let's put another farm for Wet Night here. Halfling finish up? Nope. Halfling lodges, they can store a whole bunch of food, but they don't hold as many people. But they're really cheap to upgrade, so we'll be doing that. It's almost done with their castle. That's cool. So I expect to be streaming Stronghold for about maybe an hour, hour and a half. And then I plan on taking a break. My wife's going to get home, going to have lunch, that type of thing. And later tonight, I plan on streaming either XCOM or RimWorld. So that elf, the cleric, and the... I want to summon you here. Nope, you already planted. Alright, we'll claim that tree. I like claiming trees because they're basically free resources. Especially with the elves. Elves, they're so good. We're just going to place some more farmland. It will become important. Oh, what do we got over here? Oh, an iron mine. Okay. And they finished building the swamp. That's what was going on. We're going to build a granary for the elves. They end up with a lot of extra food because of all their trees and how good they are with them. Mage already finished up her castle. Pretty surprised she did it that quickly, but that's alright. We'll put a granary here, since the fighter has more than enough economy right now to deal with that. And there we go. Oh, the halfling spread. Good. Put down a couple halfling lodges, put down a marketplace, and a farm for him. There we go. These elves are spreading like crazy. That's great. No, elf, I want you to come over here. So this bar filled up, and that one elf that's just kind of looking for a home, he's going to wander his way over here. And then when he shows up, that bar defills, and he basically goes, oh, I'm here now. You think you need more economy? Alrighty. Let's go place a house here. And even though the elves benefit from trees, sometimes I like placing flowers for them. I did plant a tree for the elf, though. Alright, now we don't see any enemies yet. There are quite a few out there. We're on an aggressive world. As we expand out, we'll eventually run into some, and we can work on taking them out by, mostly by attacking them. Have to be careful. We want to try and take their stronghold the same way they would try and take ours. And it can get a little dicey if you're not careful. Normally the fighters spread the fastest. That's, you know, it kind of is. This is a kingdom building simulator, so you try and make sure that everything is spread out. You build the buildings you need. So he just showed up, started building a house. And you expand out. By the mid-game, I'll have most of this area filled up. There will be enemies that spawn over here, and there's a wide range of enemies that are drawn from the D&D mythos, because this is a D&D game. Officially licensed and sanctioned in 1990. We'll put another marketplace down for them. Make sure they're good and happy. Mage here, more rocks. Iron. And Wow, they're going to have a ton of money. Let's go ahead and place a marketplace there. Let's take the fighter and tell the fighter to work on, mostly on training and recruiting. He's talking about once you get to the mid-game of Mount & Blade, where you're just trying to make sure that everything is running smoothly, and you already got a new fighter from that. That was quick. I love Mount & Blade Warband. Alright, I'm running out of gold. That's okay. I'm gonna direct Wet Knight over here. Come on, you just had your other fighter. Roger Draco. This game came out in 1993. And growing up, this is one of my favorite as a kid. So we readied up the fighter, and that means she's ready to go to war. She'll be the first that responds to any... I've never streamed Mount & Blade. I'm not very good at it. She'll be the first one that shows up whenever we use that slider. And I just used that slider to make sure she got over here. Gold. Wow. Okay, Wet Knight's going to have a ton of money. Oh, I don't know what I placed there. I don't want that. We are going to place a vault for him. That way he can store all the money he's collecting right now. Got another elf here. Go ahead and claim his trees. And no minerals were found. That's fine. Oh, no, I don't want to put a tree there. I'm going to put a marketplace. And things are going along very, very well right now. I always love the artwork in this game, too. And as they level up, they, like, I think it's every 5 levels, they get new portraits. We'll place some plots down, and we'll place some extra houses. The elves, for me, always struggled with housing. Their houses look really, really nice, but they're just not that great. But as you get better and better trees, those actually provide housing for the elves, so that's fine. And the elf here just discovered, so there's 3 levels of mines when you excavate. The elf just discovered gems, which is the highest here. So it's like, I would say it is triple the level of wealth from a... We're getting mines all over the place. That's good, but in the winter you don't want the mine to collapse and you run out of money. I've done that before and killed my entire colony. Alright, we're going to upgrade his house right there. I think we're going to do that. So almost every building in the game has 3 levels of... 3 levels of... Yeah, the new car would make me happy. 3 levels of upgrades. Even the castle here. So if I had 7,000 gold, I could upgrade my castle again. I don't have 7,000 gold. I have nowhere near 7,000 gold. Hey, even I get some iron. Gems for everybody. Let's go ahead and place an extra house there. That's fine. Claim that, and we're going to drop another market. Oh, no, I'm not going to drop another marketplace. I'm 1 gold short of the marketplace. For some reason, so when they recruit, they're set to unassigned, so they wander until they find some place that's happy. And they will skip places that they can't do anything on. So there's a swamp and a couple trees here. They can't build a house there, so they'll walk past it. What are you building? You're building the money dealers. Okay. Yeah, Wet Knight, you don't have very many people, but damn it, you're pretty darn rich. Go ahead and upgrade one of your houses. There we go. Alright, Mage, I want you to go over here. And I paused the game at some point, so nothing was progressing further. Mage is almost out of money, but they've got a lot on the way. Even more gold. God. We'll place some farms down around this. Mine exhausted, so I think that's Wet Knight's first mine. Yep, your mine just collapsed, and you have three people here. You got the fighter here, so this is the melee guy. You've got two archers here. She's almost to her second level. We'll place another marketplace. Why not? Nope, pause. I want to direct the fighter back here. You want to make sure that there's no, like, just big gaps, because we can chop down some of these trees and turn this into usable land. That's fine. So sometimes you have to micromanage a little bit to get them to do what you need them to do. I'll place some extra houses and farms for Wet Knight right here. That's fine. Am I running? Nope, I do have income. So we can go to the screen here and see what we're running. Wet Knight's, his income has dropped right now. The elf is earning a lot of income, and basically we're waiting on some of the mines to complete. Yeah, the people with the red sticks or the clubs, those are my clerics. And I have a pretty good charisma, so they tend to join us pretty quickly. So now that Wet Knight his farm has collapsed. Oh, I've got too many construction sites. The game has a hard limit on how many things you can construct at any one time. Because at the time of this game, it wasn't, computers weren't terribly good. All right, we're gonna. You don't need a house in every area. They're happy if they have anything in the area. Now, I am building a lot of houses right now because you do need them in order to get your population to keep growing. So, he's got a staff. There's male and females of every different type of class, race. So he's got a staff. She has On this day, it was declared to all the realms that Spig shall henceforth hold the rank of Viscount in recognition for city management. I leveled. Yeah, he's got a staff. She has a club. They're basically the same item. Although we'll say her weapon is a club. I don't think there's a difference, though. I would really like it if you came up here and settled that area. Okay, so he's already second level. You can see he's got 13 hit points now, whereas he only has 6. So they will eventually level on their own. They can also level through fighting, and you can build a building that will cause them to gain experience as well. I don't know, it's a cleric-y thing. Right, you get to sit here. Placed in a lot of marketplaces for Wet Knight, simply because they do help a great deal in the long run. Are we doing anything here? No, we're not. Okay. Just put more farms. And another house. Alright, so he's working on building his farms. What are you working on there? Marketplace, okay. For the halfling, it's always better to chop down the trees and put farms, because they get so much more out of farms. Too many construction sites. Okay. I'll resume time now. I think they can get to level 5 on their... Oh, what did I do? I think they can get to level 5 on their own, but, like, the fighter... Let's see, do we have a open spot with the fighter? No. Can we have an open spot with anybody? Nope. Hey, we can claim some trees, though. So the gem mine has completed for the elf, and their... That's the iron mine. Oh, the gem... Where the... Oh. So it's like for the elves here, each race has a building that's production focused, basically. So the toy maker makes is an income building. The Fletcher gets them better weapons, so they can do more damage. That have magic weapons for certain things. And the Elf Gardens, for the elves, is their training facility. And so they, in a radius around the Elf Gardens, the units would get better trained. Which is really important. Season has changed to summer. I'm going to upgrade... You know what? I'm going to upgrade one of their trees. Let's upgrade this tree. Uses up most of his current money, but he's got some extra cash coming in. Let's see, how's Wet Night doing? There is no proof that they don't exist, Snag. Lots of construction going on there. Good. You know what? I don't want you to be here. I want you instead to come up here. Right here. So that elf is going to work her way up. I put a lot of houses here. Hey, more halflings. So they finished up dredging out that area, so we'll build an extra farm. And you get a couple extra... Our halfling just does not have much money right now, so that's why we're kind of just building farms and a couple houses. And halfling's now out of money. That's fine. Oh no, I think they found the spaghetti monster, and they named it in a deep sea thingy. Alright, we want to put another marketplace for me. Yeah. Did you make it to the spot I wanted you at? You did. No minerals were found, that's fine. You're an elf. I thought we'd found a gem mine for the elf. Maybe I was wrong. I have a flying spaghetti monster thing on the back of my car. Alright, Wet Knight's economy is still going, even though he lost his mine. That's good. Armory would make him have better armor for all his units, making him harder to hit. Hey, Gory Sloth, how you doing today, man? The guardhouse is their training area. Now I thought, oh, the forge makes them have better weapons. So the fighters actually get to have both better armor and weapons. Most people just get better weapons. Gory Sloth, life is good. I'm playing one of my old favorite games. I'm gonna cut down a couple trees here. Actually, we're gonna cut down all the trees. And we're gonna put a big construction thing here. We're gonna put a magic mill. Enhances weapon production. Well, that's fine, but mostly it creates gold. So even in the winter, we'll create some gold there. Uses up most of her money. That's fine. Most of his money. And what you find? You found more gold. Oh my god. They have 3 gold mines right now. Like, I don't know if they're active yet, but they will have 3 gold mines. Iron mines. Alright, we can't put a vault yet. That's fine. You're going to put a granary. And marketplace. And then farms. Do we see any monsters yet now that we've expanded a bit? No. Good. Chop that down. Claim that tree. And oh my god, her money is going up so quickly. So I've got 30 income. The fighter has 183 income. Ton of money right now. Alright, we want to make sure that, see how the food storage is really, really low? If we wait that until winter, that's going to be a big problem. Fighter, food storage really, really high. That's good. Elf is almost maxed out. Halfling is maxed out. And I'm getting close. So that's good for us. We can also see that our populations are hitting the levels of housing. So we need more houses, basically. There's Wet Knight's gold mine. We can see that that generates 125 gold, whereas the iron mine is 50. And there's his bank, so he can store more gold. And some houses just finished. They're like, look, more houses. We're going to upgrade these houses. We are going to upgrade a farm for Wet Knight, so he has more food, more money. And basically, this is our nice area. Let's see, your castle takes 1,000 gold to upgrade. We might upgrade his castle, too. We'll see. Tree, owned by Wet Knight. Hey! On the count now. Now, my cleric, lots of people, not much extra cash right now. That's okay, though. We're going to have more cash for my cleric soon because we're working on those mines. All right, we want to make sure that The halfling gets another granary. And then more houses. The halfling's second level of house ever built? No. It's taken a long time for him to build that. Oh, we see our first enemy. We can go take a look at what that is in just a second. We have dire wolves. Oh, okay. It's going to be a little too tough for us to deal with right now. But if he's there, that means that his stronghold is right about here. We don't want to engage them yet. The longer we wait, the more that they spread out and the stronger that they get. But I want to wait until we get a couple of higher level units. So that's going to mean when we reach the ability to make like a training hall, which we'll get to soon, especially for like Wet Knight and the Mage. Just making sure everyone's still building properly. How much cash you got? You got a bit of cash. University. Costs 1,000 cash. Okay. So the tower there, what that does, that increases sight. So I could build a tower up top here and see around us, see if we've got more things going on. We're going to build an extra magic mill for the mage so that she has a lot of extra forgive me, a lot of extra cash coming in later on. What do you got here? You got elf house. Can you make a toy maker? You can make a toy maker. Uh-oh. Somebody's mine just collapsed. I think that was my elf. Yep. One of his mines just collapsed. I think it was here. So we'll put down a marketplace. That's fine. Kitten. Kitten, kitten, kitten. Come on, cat. Just sit down. Yeah, that's fine. Chop that down, put another house there. That's great. Wet Knight is sitting on a ton of cash right now. So his farm shut up, so that's good. I could take on a wolf, but if I pulled a lot of the people, if you don't have someone sitting in an area, the buildings start to fall apart. So what you want is to have a bunch of extra people. So it's like that archer there, we just pulled her. She's ready now. And so we could direct her down to where the halfling is. And she's on her way. But you're right, we can probably take on a wolf. Especially if we grab everybody new that's showing. Hey, there's a new minerals found. Halfling here, we're just going to place more houses and more farms. Oops, I'm doing that wrong. There we go. Go ahead and unpause it, let things move on. I do want to make sure that the next halfling, or the next cleric that comes through, I grab that guy, because he can cast healing now, which is really good. Let's go ahead and upgrade a cleric's cottage. There we go. Some more houses for the elves. That'll be good. Hey, Snag, you have a great day. Thank you for showing up. We'll be streaming something a little bit more modern later on today. You know what? You can come with us too, Fighter. All right. I think another one of Wet Knight's mines just died. Yep, his iron mine failed. It's okay. Hey, look at that. We have an elf we can grab as well. And we'll grab this halfling here. There we go. Let's go ahead and go take on an iron wolf. A dire wolf. No mages, but that's alright. Let's see how we do here. I want to kind of collect everybody here before we actually attack. Uh-oh. Okay, cat. Off you go. Another mine just collapsed. I have to be careful about overextending the amount of money that we spend. Like, Sirath's total income just dropped by a huge amount. But it's okay. What do we got down here? Another dire wolf. Okay. Now, there is no controlling how the characters act. They will act upon their own, however they feel like it, basically. No, don't collapse a mine in combat. That's not fair. Hey, there we go. Elf scored the kill. As you can see, we've got the archer was wounded, 6 hit points out of 8. Up here, they've got, it says unit of 2. That means that there's 2 level 1 archers here. And so if it drops down to 0 hit points, one of those will die, and it will say 1 of 2. Or, I'm sorry, 1 of 1. Alright, do we see the home base yet? We do not. Let's go ahead and go. We'll keep on marching. Ah, there we are. And we have giant scorpions as well. Those are hard to kill. What do we got down here? Oh, more dire wolves. Okay. They engaged the dire wolf and killed it immediately. Sometimes that happens. What in the hell are you doing? You're gonna stay right there. So this being a cleric outpost. Why not? Scribbery! And we'll put a farm. And a house. There we are. So I don't want to press this attack too much, because while we can kill a single dire wolf, that's a lot of them. The auto combat's killing them pretty quickly, though. Another mine has collapsed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wet Knight's mines have collapsed. That's okay. We do have a lot of money right now, so we're actually going to go through and we're going to pause. We're going to go through and upgrade a lot of our farms so that they help us make it through the winter. And we'll upgrade some of the houses as well. Upgrading the farms is critical, and it costs a lot of money. Each one is 500 gold to upgrade a farm. And we'll upgrade a couple halfling houses as well. See if they ever get there. Ah, second level halfling house. Storage for 180 food and 6 people. Halflings almost do not need granaries compared to other races. There's a fighter right here. Sure, you can stay right there. So the halfling's upgraded house stored 140 food or something, whereas the cleric's house stores 30 food. And we're going to upgrade one more plot for the cleric there. For the elf, they've run out of money, or run out of room to store money, so we'll just go ahead and upgrade a bunch of their trees. And a couple of their houses. Their houses are pretty expensive to upgrade, though. And there we go. The elves can collect more money now. Mages, we're going to go through and do the exact same thing and upgrade a bunch of their buildings. I'm going to upgrade the apothecary for the mage, actually. And let's take a look at the fighters now. How much cash do you have? Fighters sitting on... Wet Knight, you have a lot of cash there. Alright, so the fighter's house, doing well. Your mines have broken, though, so we'll go ahead and just replace them with farms and stuff. Let's go ahead and up. Too many construction sites. Alright. Let's go ahead and take you, and we'll take you. Maybe we can wipe out the Dark Wolves. I don't know. Seems like a kind of iffy proposition. Especially since I still don't have any mages. Direwolf just showed up and killed our halfling. Nope, halfling's still there. Okay. Oh, our cleric leveled while in combat. Oh, quit. The cleric there going whoop, whoop. That's him casting heal on himself. So he's level 3, so he's got 17 hit points. He's hard for them to kill. Excellent. Hey, Prince Marcus. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to call my wife. And we're back. All right, let's take a look at our finances while I'm not paying attention. You're doing okay. Fighter's still got a ton of money. Health money is just shooting up like crazy, which is really good because we can, with the elves, we can set them up to have a lot of extra production and farmland right now. Let's take a look. You've got a lot of food. You've got a lot of food. Okay, just about everybody has hit their cap on food. Toy maker, information, 6 gold. Go ahead. Let's take a look at the fighter. Did we ever complete our... We were building a guardhouse. We're not completed on that yet. Okay. We're going to build an extra granary for the cleric here. And some extra farms. In winter, food production gets cut by about 1/3, and gold drops off significantly as well. So that's why we want to upgrade as much as we can right now. So that even though the... No, we don't want to salvage that. Even though the food production is going to drop off, we'll still have quite a bit of spare food. All right, too many construction sites means that we need to go back out and attack more things. Up. That swooshing noise was the elf casting magic missile. Awesome. Who are you? You're a new cleric. Let's go ahead and ready you up. It's actually great that they're sending one by one like this, because that's forcing their capital to be more undefended. So they will still have quite a bit of doggies here, but, you know. The dog's jumping the wrong way. That's great. Awesome. We'll go ahead and wait until the fighters get here. Now, one thing we do have to be aware of is once we kill their capital, all of them will charge us. So any that are out here on their own will attack us. And they'll charge to the nearest capital building. So they'll charge at the halflings, basically. So let's give this a save. Make sure no one's running a deficit right now. That should be fine. Can I have a mage yet? No. Okay. Alright, let's do it. We did save, in case this goes horribly wrong. Cleric's going to town with her club. Alright, we lost both of our spearmen. This wolf is causing us some serious problems. It just killed my extra cleric, my elf, and a fighter. That's not good. Hey fighter, I actually want you to come here. Thank you. Alright, we had some more mines collapse, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Everyone's still fine, so that's good. Wet Knight's got a 3rd level fighter over here, and I've got a 3rd level cleric. Our halfling is still alive, which is kind of surprising. But we lost our elf. You know what? You can just stay right there. Try and knock that rock down. What you got for me, rock? Iron deposits. Nice. So right now we're kind of drawing them in, forcing them to attack us to try and retake their capital. That guardhouse is almost done. Second level mage? Sure, we'll queue up the second level mage. In spring, we'll have a lot more resources coming in, so we will be able to start working on training and weapons production and actively work on improving our people. Alright, let's go check on how we're doing down here. Hey! Everybody's still alive. This thing is falling apart. We want to take out just a couple more of the wolves before we send them at our people, because they could do some damage. But we're almost there to have actually defeated our first set of enemies. So that's really, really good, actually. Nope, don't kill my cleric. Thank you. Man, he got close to dying, though. Alright, let's go ahead and demolish this. See what... Nice! Declared on this day that I get to hold the rank of Duke in recognition for valor on the battlefield. Alright, so let's go ahead and cancel all the people walking here. What we want to do is we want to call them back up to about this area, because those wolves are going to make a beeline for us. Oh god, another mine collapsed. As long as we're still positive, we are. The mage needs to start upgrading more things. We'll go ahead and upgrade their capital building. going into the winter there? That's great. Let's go ahead and suspend that. We don't need an extra house right there. For our cleric, we'll go ahead and make a vault dealer. Basically build a bank there. Let's build a temple there. That should be good. Higher level clerics would be amazing. And we can build a bakery here for a halfling. Produces food in the winter. Upgrade the farmland, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and upgrade the halfling capital. That should be great. All right, so when we resume, all of those wolves are making a beeline for us. Oh, they killed the halfling that was there. Oh, they went to here. Okay. Yes! And just one more direwolf, and the direwolf threat will be eliminated forever. Oops, that's not good. That sound... Shit, stop it. That sound was basically saying that someone that was working buildings died. I think that's where we were having our bakery built, so that kind of sucks. There we go. We'll place that halfling there. Repair the halfling lodge. And we want to put a bakery back there. And with that, that's going to do it for our Stronghold stream for today. So we'll go ahead and save the game. And later today, we'll probably be doing XCOM or RimWorld. But for now, I'm going to go get lunch, and I want to thank you all for hanging out. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.